in this video, we will be looking at parameters in Midjourney. And welcome to the complete guide to Midjourney series. Parameters are extremely powerful. They can change the style of an image. You can even change the weirdness of an image. You can create tiled patterns in parameters, and so much more. We will be exploring all the parameters in this video, so stay tuned. They can help take your Midjourney skills to the next level. Just a quick note here. I will mainly be using the version 5.2 Midjourney model in this video. There may be newer versions out as you are watching this, so feel free to use them. But if you would like to get the same results I'm getting in this video, I would advise you to use the 5.2 model. The same rules should mostly apply to all models. Okay, back to the video. So to start off with, let's have a look at aspect ratios. So Midjourney's default aspect ratio is 1:1, which is a square aspect ratio. But if you're looking to create, say, a landscape or portrait style image, then you have to change the aspect ratio in the parameters. So it's really easy to do. Just enter your prompt, and at the end add -AR, then a space, and then whatever aspect ratio you want your image to be. So for this one, I'll try 16:9. And there you go, you've got a nice landscape aspect ratio image. And let's have a look at creating a portrait style image. So you can change the 16:9 to, say, 9:16 or 4:5. And you get these results. There are loads of aspect ratios you can use, and here are just a few of them. The portrait style aspect ratio is great for using with social media, say if you're making an Instagram post. Now let's have a look at the Stylize parameter. So the Stylize parameter goes from low to high, and you can add a value of 0 to 1000, with 0 being low stylization and 1000 having the highest stylization. So let's do a test. Flowers in a vase on a wooden table, and after you've written your prompt, put in a space and then -S and then a space and then the value of the stylization that you want to add. So I'll try a few different variations. I'll do one with 0 stylization, one with 250, one with 500, and another with 1000. So it should have a wide range of stylization to see what kind of images it produces. And as you can see, the stylization 0 is a nice looking image. It's given me what I wanted. As you move higher up into the stylization values, Midjourney seems to be a bit more experimental and adds a bit more to the image. They don't look overly different, but if you look from stylization 0 to stylization 1000, there is a difference. Actually quite like the look of the high stylization values, as the image just has a bit more life to it and some creativity added. And so let's try another quick prompt with the stylization parameter. So here I've gone for a cat wearing a hat prompt, and they look really good. So here we have the results from stylization all the way from 0 up to 1000. And as you can see, the ones with low stylization values look good, but they look a bit simple. As you can see, the composition is very basic, but they're still nice images. As you move up, they get more dramatic, more creative, and just have more depth to them. These look really good. You can change the stylization by adding the parameter at the end of the prompt. You can also set stylization in the settings menu. So let's have a look at that. So type in /settings and then enter to bring up the settings menu. And as you can see, there are stylize low, medium, high, and very high here. The corresponding values to these are stylize low is at 50, stylize medium is at 100, stylize high is at 250, and stylize very high is at 750. You can pick what stylize option you want in your settings, and then every image you generate after will have that stylization value added to it, instead of typing in the stylize parameter at the end of a prompt every time. And when you click on one, as you can see above, it says current suffix, and then it will say the parameter that will automatically be added to the end of your prompt. Now let's have a look at the chaos parameter. You may be wondering, what is chaos? Well, what the chaos parameter does It influences how varied the initial starting grid of images are. So you get the 4 images that are generated from Midjourney. The higher the chaos value, the more different each image from those 4 initial images generated will be, while lower values of chaos will have more reliable and repeatable images. So let's have a quick look. Okay, so let's try the chaos parameter, and I'll try a cat wearing a hat again. And I'll try it from chaos at the low end all the way to the high end and see how the images differ. Chaos values are set from 0 to 100. So if we look at the chaos 0 results, they all look pretty similar. Nothing's changed dramatically. And now if we jump to chaos 100, which is the max value, they are very different. So as you can see, we have 4 incredibly different images here. We got some weird werewolf man in the top left, a gentleman cat in the top right, a cute kitten in the bottom left, and some weird robotic cat in the bottom right. And Chaos 50 hits a nice middle ground of generating a few varied images but not straying too far from the prompt. Now this could be great at generating different ideas, as it may throw one at you that you weren't expecting but actually end up really liking. Now let's have a quick look at the repeat parameter. This is pretty self-explanatory. You just add --r at the end of your prompt with a number and it will generate that many prompts all at once. This just helps with saving time, as you won't have to manually enter the same prompt over and over again. It's great if you're looking at getting loads of different results just from the one prompt. But there is a limit depending on what subscription you're on. So for basic subscribers, you can repeat 2 to 4 images. For standard subscribers, you can repeat 2 to 10 images. And for pro and mega subscribers, you can repeat from 2 to 40 images. So I'll just try it here with our cat wearing a hat prompt. You can either put --repeat or --r and then the number. So I'll put --r space 2. And then it will bring up confirmation saying if you're sure you want to do that. And just click yes, and you'll see Midjourney will start generating those 2 images. And there you go, it's created 2 images very quickly, without having to write in the prompt again. Now let's have a look at the tile parameter. The tile parameter generates images that can be used as repeating tiles to create seamless patterns for fabrics, wallpapers, and textures. This is an awesome parameter, especially if you're looking at creating artwork for, say, print-on-demand designs and so forth, as you can repeat your image over your product. So I'll try a prompt of drawing of a rose, and then put space and --tile. The results turned out great. Now the beauty of a tile pattern is, if you save one of these images and you copy and paste it next to each other, they will line up and it should be a seamless pattern. What I like to do is to see if an image is actually a repeatable pattern, I take it to this website. And once you've saved your image to your computer, you can just drag it into this website. And it automatically copy and pastes the image around itself. And as you can see, it looks incredible. You can zoom in and out and it looks perfect. Midjourney does a really good job at making sure that these tile patterns do match up and they're not kind of mismatched. And here's another example. I've just got a cat in a hat. And there you go, you can see it just works perfectly. And here's another cat of a more realistic looking one. You can also take that image into, say, Photoshop, or what I'm going to show you now is a free website called Photopea, which is like a free alternative to Photoshop. So I've opened it up, paste in the image, and then you can just copy and paste the same image 4 times, like I'm doing here, and just make sure to line them up on the edges. And as you can see, they line up perfectly. It's such a cool parameter to use. Now let's have a look at version parameter. All this parameter does is change what version of Midjourney you generate the images with. So if you prefer an older model of Midjourney, then all you have to do is write in your prompt. I'll try a prompt of a cat wearing a hat again, and I'll give it a parameter of different versions of Midjourney. So I'll put in --v space 1, and I'll try it for version 2, version 3, version 4, and version 5. And as you can see, the results are pretty wild. This really does showcase how far Midjourney has come over the past couple of years. Version 1 doesn't really look like the prompt I gave it, it's just weird abstract art. Which I guess if you're into abstract art, this could be a really good model to use. Now with version 2 you can see there's an actual cat now, but it does still look really weird. And same with version 3. Version 4 is where it really starts to step it up. As you can see, it's more realistic looking, the lighting's great, and it's just added a lot more fidelity to the image. And then as we come to the current model, it just looks light years ahead. So that's a look at how you can change versions in the parameters. And now let's look at the no parameter. So what this does is it tells Midjourney what not to include in your image. You may think you could just write into the prompt, say don't include something, but that won't quite work, as I'll show you here. I'll use a prompt of still life image, and it generated this image. As you can see, there's loads of fruit in it. So what if I don't want any fruit? I'll try a prompt of still life image without any fruit. And I'll try still life image, don't add fruit. And let's see what it makes. The image still has fruit in it, even though I said not to add any. And this is where the no parameter really helps out. So you write in your prompt, so I'll use still life painting, and I'll put -- no space fruit. Hopefully Midjourney should take out any fruit from the image. And it really did work. You can see there is no fruit in this still life painting. You can actually add multiple things that you don't want included. So in this one, I'm going to try still life painting with -- no fruit, water, and flowers. As these still life images have been adding loads of different things like waters and flowers to them, so let's see what it does without any of those in. And it did what I asked it to. It's taken away flowers, water, and fruit. And it's given me a much different image. We've got quite an evil looking one here with the skulls. It's added some dogs to these, which is odd. This is why the no parameter is so powerful. It allows you to dial in your image with what you actually want in it. And now let's move on to the stop parameter. This one is a little bit odd, but you may find a use case for it. So what the stop parameter does is it stops the generation of the image depending on what number you give it. So you get values from 0 to 100, and if you say stop at 10, it will stop 10% into that image generation. And as you move up the numbers, it will become more detailed and less blurry. So let's have a quick look. So I've just given it a prompt, a red apple on a wooden table. I've given it the parameter of -- stop space 10. And these are the results. So as you can see, it's a very blurry image, as Midjourney didn't have enough time to generate the image of an apple. But you can kind of guess what it is. And I'll try 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100. And here are the results. So as you can see, for each iteration, they get more detailed as they go on, until we get to the final image, which looks great. So that's the stop parameter. Now let's have a look at the video parameter. So what the video parameter does, it actually creates a short video of your initial grid being generated. So I've done a red apple on a wooden table, -- video. And once that's finished, all you have to do is right-click the image and click the envelope. If you can't see the envelope in your menu, then click Add Reaction and search for envelope. And click it. And what this does, it sends a message to your Midjourney bot, which you should see in the left-hand panel. And click on that, and you should see a link. Just click on that. Click Visit Site, and here's the video that it's generated. I think these videos are actually pretty neat, and it just shows what the process looks like as it creates your final image. And you can right-click this video and save it onto your computer. And here's another one of sunflowers being generated. And that's the video parameter. Alright, now let's move into the weird parameter. This parameter introduces quirky and offbeat qualities to your generated images, resulting in unique and unexpected outcomes. Now let's have a look at what we can make using the weird parameter. The scale goes from 0 to 3000, So let's just see how weird it gets. So let's go with a simple prompt of a red apple, then hyphen hyphen weird, or you can use hyphen hyphen W. We'll try 0, 250, 500, 1000, 2000, and 3000. So weird at 0 isn't very weird at all. But as we move up to weird 250, you can see there's different styles being applied, and each image is quite different. As we move to weird 500, they are looking weirder. This one's even added a hand into it. Weird 1000, yep, they're getting pretty weird. Weird 2000, and it's changing the look of the image quite a lot, different artistic styles. And at the top of the weird scale, at weird 3000, we have these. And yeah, they look pretty weird, but nothing too crazy. And that's just another cool parameter to experiment with and see how weird your images can get. Now let's have a look at the seed parameter. So seed numbers are generated randomly for each image you create. So if you write in 2 prompts and give them the same seed number, each generation will be the same. Seed numbers can be really useful. Say if you have an image that you really like the look of, you can take that seed and add it to another different prompt, and that prompt should come out looking very similar to that other image. So here I've done a prompt of a wooden dragon statue. Now if I write in a wooden dragon statue and then give it a random seed, let's say hyphen hyphen seed 123, and then I'll do the same prompt again with the same seed, as you can see, these 2 prompts came out exactly the same. If you would like to find a seed from a previous image you've made, all you have to do is right-click on it, and then click the envelope icon. And it should send a message to your Midjourney bot, which contains the seed number. And you can use that seed then by just copying it and adding it to another prompt. Even if you're using a different prompt description, that seed should help give you a similar visual style. As you can see here, I've taken the seed from that image and I've added it to a different prompt, this time a statue of a wooden dog, and it's given a similar kind of style to it. So there you go, we've looked at the parameters in Midjourney. They are extremely powerful, and make sure to utilize them in your next prompts. Try using multiple parameters in a single prompt and see what you can make. The results are endless. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. This is just one of the videos in the complete guide to Midjourney series, so feel free to check out the other videos in this series in the links below. If you've learnt anything in this video, please give us a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe and click the thumbnail on the screen to check out another incredible video in our Ultimate Midjourney Guide series. You won't want to miss it.